Ladies and gentlemen, players of all kinds, welcome to another edition of the Yavin Base Team League. The Yavin Base Team League is a 4-round Swiss-style tournament for Star Wars Legion. 14 teams of 5 have gathered from all corners of the Legion universe to compete for the title of champion. Each round is fought in a best-of-5 style. The first team to clinch 3 victories will be declared the winner, but every win counts, as the total number of wins is used to break ties between the teams. Only one team can emerge victorious. Welcome everybody. Today's match we have TalkPolite from the admin Menace versus Dashz from the 5th Trooper, my team. It's the first map of the season. First match of the season, in fact, so super excited to be bringing that to you all today. It's going to be on the Forest Moon Supply Outpost, which I'm sure many of you knew during Invader League 3 is Endor, but it has received an update. The Central Woods have been modified. Both players today rocking some high activation Bosk lists. So we'll get to see a Lizard Mirror, but Dashz is bringing some spice today, and I'm happy to let you all know what exactly that spice is going to be in just a few moments here. Just want to say a quick thanks to our sponsors at Damn Wolf Games, Team Relentless, the 5th Trooper, of course, sponsoring this tournament, and the Legion Tournament Circuit. Thanks everybody who have contributed to the league and making it possible. And I also want to say a special thanks to Bush Facts for creating our match slip. We have a new match slip for everybody involved in the league. So if you're playing a league game and you're tuned in to the sound of my voice, when you've played your game, make sure you hit up that Google form, because there is a new Google form for you in the announcements section of the Discord. So get yourself over to that Discord. Hit it up. It's going to be great. All right, rolling over into the game here. Just a few moments. There we go. So we get a nice overview of our map here. Both players setting up their gun lines. We've got TalkPolite in a very standard kind of gun line formation. He is the blue player today, rocking out with his Officer Storms here. Bosk has not yet been deployed. Veers is just now going down into a position where he can maximum firepower, and his sniper farm is ready. The triple sniper farm over here for TalkPolite. Lining up some great shots down this central alley here. It's going to be tough, I think, for Dashz to run across without taking some casualties. Of course, Dashz does have this medic. It's primarily intended for his own snipers. But Dashz holding his snipers and boss to the very end, not letting their positions be revealed. Trying to find the best places for them to counter-snipe, of course, on this game on the Forest Moon supply map. Now, Dashz is rocking some special spice here. Dashz is rocking 2 officers in his list, 2 generic officers. It's really quite interesting to me. So for 10 points more, he's getting a lot of interesting benefits. He's getting 2 commanders. He's getting 2 points of Inspire. He has the same amount of Spotter, but it's triggered at different times. Unfortunately, he does give up maximum firepower, which is a really good card. But I think in a list like this, that's one of the only good cards. Discipline doesn't really have any targets. Evasive Maneuvers, of course, has no targets because there's no vehicles in a list like this. And honestly, sometimes you want 2 1-pips that can target Bosk. So Dashz has a very interesting idea here, and I really want to see how this plays out. Very minimalist builds on his list. Very unit-centered, not upgrade-centered. And of course, we have TalkPolite running what I would consider a more standard list. This is actually Orchimedes' list from the end of Invader League. Sans the recon intel, I think, on Bosk here. We got General Veers with improvised orders. Bosk, of course, with Hunter. We've got some stormtroopers here, 6 of them. 1 with an officer, 1 with a DLT. or sorry, one with a medic, excuse me. Of course, they all have DLTs, 6 of them, in fact. And there are 3 sniper strike teams as per the norm. So these are very, what I would consider meta. And except for Dashz, which has a little bit of spice in it, which is this double officer thing going on here. So he won't lack for Inspire. I really do like this double officer thing. He only ends up paying 10 more points than Veers with Improvised. So he did have to give up an officer elsewhere in his list, but he does have 2 points of Inspire anyway. He also gave up Improv, which shouldn't be an issue. He's got plenty of ability to get orders on things. So we see TalkPolite continuing to deploy here, finishing up his deployment. Recon Intel, or not Recon Intel, but Advanced Positions, of course, giving everybody the same effect as Recon Intel, giving you that speed 1 move, boosting you forward into the midst of the battle. Very standard gunline here for TalkPolite, though it's pointed in an odd direction. The objective is key positions, so I believe it's this forest quadrant that's going to become the KP, because this middle forest on the old map was one large terrain piece, and in the interest of balance, it got divided into 4 separate ones, so that if you have 2 units standing in the forest, they'll get heavy cover from each other. For example, if you had a unit standing in this heavy forest, they'd get heavy, and a unit standing in this heavy forest, they wouldn't lose cover on each other. They'd have to actually get real up close and personal, like almost in melee, to actually deny cover to the opposing unit. So TalkPolite's key position is here on the cliff. Already see 1 unit in contact with it. Probably doesn't really mind having units in contact, and of course Dash's key position is this set of sparse woods. Decently far back, doesn't want TalkPolite to have an easy time reversing him and claiming his own KP. Now, what's interesting to me here, and I wonder if TalkPolite has considered this against Dash's list, he could place the bounty on one of those generic commanders and try to just pop him with lying in wait. It would be tough, especially if Dashz keeps them out of line of sight, but it's definitely something he could choose to do. TalkPolite measuring, trying to see where his boss might go. This is probably one of the most important considerations of this game, is where these bosks begin. That will definitely shape the course of the match. Turn 0, of course, as experienced players know, probably the most important turn. Okay, he decides to keep his boss back. Now, this is a boss with Recon Intel, so he will get a 2-speed move out of this deployment zone. So as we're getting ready to start the game, I just want to say best of luck to everybody who's playing the RPQ in Muncie, Indiana. I hear there's some folks out there that some of you might be familiar with, Garnanana, for example. I think BG Moore's out there as well. I think Joe DePinto made the drive from Chicago, so best of luck, guys. I hope you find your path to a World's Invite. And if you do, I'll see you there. For better or for worse. So it looks like Bosk taking up position here by this heavy cover building. And peering around the corner to the enemy stormtroopers' positions over here is he. In the meantime, we've got Dashz here setting up his own snipers, looking into this light cover area terrain. Those of you who watched the finals of Invader League Season 3 know that this piece of cover here can be a bit of a death trap. There's a really great alley there in the center of your screen now. A fire lane that extends all the way from where Dash's snipers are to the back of this light cover area terrain here, this grass. So hiding in the grass seems like a good option, but if your opponent can take this section of the board, this cargo crate, things could get ugly for you if you're still there. Oh, I didn't know that Comrade was there. Yeah, I've never known Comrade to play offline, so that's awesome that he's going out there to Muncie. Joined by the world champion in the chat, rooting for his fellow teammate. Good stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like Dash's Bosk is taking up a similar station here next to these guard towers. And this is this gonna be a Bosk face-off? 2 lizards enter, 1 lizard leaves? That's what it's looking like. It looks like a Bosk face-off in the middle map here. If they're gonna bounty each other and play a game of chicken. And that looks like deployment has finished. Blue with 11 activations, red with 12. And the bounties, one going on Dash's Bosk, and then Dash's, I think, will counter bounty. I think the only one he can bounty is Bosk there. So they are going to bounty each other. This will be a lizard fight. Who is the Trandoshan with the most? I do not know. CC being picked here for round 1. Looks like time will start in a moment here. That is, unless they've agreed to play an untimed game. So we got Imperial Discipline versus Lying in Wait. And this will be a crucial roll-off. TalkPolite wants to lose this one. He does not lose it. This means Dash will have 2 activations behind TalkPolite's list, since he is 1 activation up, starting the game already. Discipline here just being used as kind of an assault-style card, just giving orders to crucial units that recover, not being used to any effect, essentially. The recover would have to happen as soon as it was issued, not when the unit activates. Looks like this sniper from TalkPolite is going to go ahead and take his shot of opportunity down this lane. Should be no cover shot here down that lane, unless he chooses an enemy sniper. Wow, so TalkPolite just choosing enemy snipers, not going for core units at all. This kind of corresponds to his style. Generally, I like to pressure my opponent's core if I can, especially if I'm behind an acti. And it looks like he did nail him there, so that is a sniper dropping for Dash's right out the gate, and I think that medic is gonna come online ASAP. And that will be an aim going on to Bosk there from Lying in Wait. Might as well turn on the sound so y'all get the intense noise of clicking dice and rolling, or clicking tokens and rolling dice, I should say. Mo Acti, Mo Beta. What's up, Tyrant Mania? Thank you for joining us today. And of course, all our viewers, thank you for joining us. So our players have agreed to play an untimed match. They've decided just to play it out, all 6 rounds. It is a lazy Saturday for them. So they're just going to go ahead and play it out, whatever, come what may. With already some fire getting exchanged these opening turns. TalkPolite trying to generate a lead here, best as he can. Looks like Dash's first activation was one of the officers deciding to spotter and then dodge, passing an aim to the wounded orange sniper here. So interestingly enough, Veer's deployed away from the sniper farm, so he will not be feeding any additional aims. I have a feeling that given the position of these snipers, TalkPolite may have felt that he didn't actually need to feed additional aims. These snipers may not need to move at all because they're occupying such a strong lane. They might not need to actually move for the first couple turns here. But TP moving into the grass here with his orange stormtroopers, like a double move. So taking up positions around the middle, this is going to be a battle for the center. Again, it is KP. And arriving early can go one of 2 ways. Either you set yourself up really well for a second turn, or you get ground down in the attrition war. Dash pulling a sniper here. Unfortunately, these guys can't really see much of anything from that position. So if they were going to shoot, they would need to shoot some of the core units they can see. So orange will get hit, potentially. There is a crate in the way, so it will be heavy cover down to light. And thank goodness for aim tokens. And it will connect, killing a stormtrooper. And if you're just joining us and you're in the sound of my voice, we're watching a game between Dashz and TalkPolite. Dashz is playing for the 5th Trooper, TalkPolite playing for his team, the Admin Menace. TalkPolite is, in fact, the captain of the Admin Menace. Key positions, the objective. A Bosk mirror the armies. And the number 9 sniper finding an out-of-cover shot against Dash's core units here. With a single hit, perhaps it will become a double. It does become a double hit. And these are the shots you want to see. And does save both, so he's only going to lose 1 storm there. So grateful for that, I'm sure. And I really wonder how long Dashz is going to let lying in wait stack up before he takes a shot. That's going to be crucial here if he can get that going. Even if Bosk moves out of the way, I think he'll have plenty of targets. Because almost all of LJ's army is going to be moving into Bosk's radius here. Tries to get the storms to rally, does not get them to rally, so they'll have to settle for a movement forward here. Dash, I think, hustling to take control of these cargo crates as best he can, but of course he's going to have to endure more sniper shots from LJ as he does so. So if you were waitlisted for LVO yesterday, you should have gotten an interview, or an interview. Yesterday you should have gotten an email, an email from LVO saying that you could buy tickets if you're on the wait list. So a number of us bought some tickets, happy to say that I'm going to LVO. And if you're all going to LVO, give us a shout in the chat. Say, see you there. And look forward to the Grand Championships in January. So round one, mainly a positioning turn. Of course, the key points here are going to be what casualties the snipers inflict, what this lying in wait will actually end up doing. Looks like there's a range 4 shot here, potentially, from these stormtroopers if they've only moved once, which I believe they have. They might take a DLT pot shot at something just to generate suppression if they're able. Looks like they will do just that, and they do get a crit through the cover. So yellow under pressure here from LJ. Does not save, takes a casualty. I think they could only see the leader, yes. So they only see the leader, so that bumps the unit leader further up. So Dashz already taking some heat off TalkPolite here. Losing a couple stormtroopers and a sniper spotter already. Another special forces coming up for Dashz here. Let's see if his sniper can answer back. So those of you who enjoy watching streams of Star Wars Legion are in for a treat this season, because there are tons of good streams that are going to happen, especially this week. I believe we have 3 games on Sunday, 3 games on Monday, so tons of action over the weekend. Everybody diving in to get their games done for the 23rd. A double miss into another miss, so it is going to be just suppression on orange there. Gotta say, the early dice, I think, have definitely been in Talk's favor here. But again, there's so much game to be played. So much game to be played. This is the red officer here dumping a suppression off of the orange stormtroopers. And likely going to double move behind this guard tower. Yes, there it goes. So TalkPolite trying to open up another angle as well, possibly getting over to these heavy covered crates on the far side here. They get awfully close to Bosk here. Bosk, of course, very squishy. Only has a block on white dice, meaning he only has a 1 in 6 chance to save. We do have a medic here healing a sniper back. Sort of anticipated. So 1 medic charge expended on the green number 4 medic. Each player knows the amount of respect necessary to win a game like this. So they're being very careful and very deliberate about where they move their individual miniatures. In a mirror match like this, neither side really wants to give anything up. They know it's going to be very difficult to come back when the resources are equal once they've taken significant damage. So it's tension, it's suspense as we wait for a break in the dice. Green Storm's joining their comrades here behind the guard post. Again, the key position here is the central forest on TalkPolite's side of the board here. TalkPolite did secure blue player with his 8-point bid going into this game. And in fact, TalkPolite did secure blue team for his team with a 19-point combined bid to the 5th Trooper's 18-point combined bid. So outbidding 5th Trooper by 1 point here is the admin Menace. What's up, Starscream? Daytime Legion, yes. This is Daytime Legion. Oh, this officer just in range to yank that token. Nice play there from Dashz. So the officer will kick in with Inspire 1, stripping the suppression there, giving a spotter. Has to figure which one he wants to give to. Might give a second aim to the sniper here. Yes, there it is. It's so interesting, the different things you can pull off with the double officer in Dash's list. There's a lot of really interesting room, I think, to play there. The timings of the spotter are different. Later, perhaps, even. One aim does make a pretty significant difference to armies like these, especially for snipers and storms. Storms with their white dice really want aim tokens to do their damage. And speaking of aimed shots, here comes a sniper from TalkPolite. 1 hit so far. We'll aim this blank and see what he gets. It is a whiff. However, that is an open shot, so that will be a casualty for Dash's side of the board. Man, TalkPolite really capturing this lane and punishing anything that dares cross it with all 3 of his snipers, just arrayed like cannons. You can see there on your screen. This sniper complex that TalkPolite has set up here. Dash's units do make a rally, however, and they'll be able to get 2 moves, so they won't be stuck in that lane forever. A lot of really good teams this year, or this season, I guess. Team Making Worlds, the international powerhouse team of Nikki Myland, Ellis, Zyconia, Beefcake, and Finn, of course, from Germany. I'm really excited to cast some of their games too, because I love seeing how players on different continents play this game. It's probably largely the same. It's just they've got their own tendencies, their own styles. So I just love seeing that diversity. Of course, Starscream shouting out his own team with an entirely new Legion there. House team. Garn, Screwtape, Stevens, Starscream, Nerfly. Team out of the Midwest there. Oh, definitely Making Worlds. That and the drop Ewoks, which is Master of the Force Luke's team. Oh, bold. So TalkPolite here, moving up to touch the KP on round 1 already. A bold move, Cotton. Those are the kinds of moves that get you killed. But he is just going for it. He says, I can get to the heavy cover, so let's do it. Stacking up a pile of those core tokens over there. Dashes with 8 lying in wait tokens. I'm super curious what he's going to decide to dump these on. Whether it's the opponent's boss or a stormtrooper unit or anything like that. Ideally, though, I think he would kill an activation just to extend his advantage further. Speaking of which, looks like the sniper coming around the corner here with his 2 aim tokens. He's going to take a shot. I'm not sure what at just yet. Maximum firepower still in the tank for TalkPolite here, so he's got to be careful with how he positions his snipers. Looks like he's going for the enemy Veers. Oh, wow. So is he just going to try to pop Veers here? Like, immediately? I have a sneaking suspicion he might. That would be very good for him if he eliminates his opponent's spotter engine. Looks like that shot does clip the dense area terrain there. So that would grant Veers heavy cover, but it's a double hit off the bat. And I don't think he'll re-roll it, so those 2 spotter aims kind of go into waste there just because the dice were hot anyway. But that is okay. I don't think he minds. That wound on Veers will trigger Hunter for Bosk. I think maybe Dash's plan here has been revealed, and this medic is going to activate and I think strip that wound. Yep, there it goes. So it's stripping the wound just to make sure the Veers does not trigger Hunter. Dash tipping his hand a little bit there, but what were you going to do? That was the time to do it. And of course, TalkPolite very aware of his medic timing. Knows to hold it back until the very end. But plenty of aims for Bosk anyway, just denying another one from Hunter. Looks like purple will get to the other side of green here. There is definitely no guarantee at Raven Gear, as Nerfly says, but you do need a fair number. I think 6 is the minimum for that to be possible. I mean, it's always possible, but like 6 is about what it gets to be fairly reliable. So TalkPolite has moved very aggressively to take this central position with his forces. And I'm not... I'm curious, because now Dash's gun line has an interesting opportunity here. There's, I think, 3 units of stormtroopers there that have not activated yet. So they've got a chance to just move and start shooting. And do some damage. And I think, I kind of feel like TalkPolite is at risk of losing an activation here. Just because there's so many stormtroopers that have yet to shoot. The red, blue, and pink squads for Dash have yet to shoot, and Bosk has yet to shoot. So we've got 3 core units worth of firepower, plus a lying-in-wait Bosk. So TalkPolite's units may be in danger here, just off the bat. And this is the advantage, I think, of pulling sniper units early, just because you have core units left over at the end of the round to shoot relatively safely. And here we go, not, I guess, getting one hit through, looks like. And they'll save it, so it's just a suppression there from that core unit there, the first of 3. And activating Veer's last, which kind of stinks. There is only one unit left that has yet to shoot over here, and that is Bosk. And we're now seeing the strength of Dash's list here. There's several. He's got several storms left that he could still shoot with here. So Veer's double moving, not even pausing to spot her. Wait, what happened to Blue's token? That's awkward. Oh, that's weird. All right, so there was a core token not in the stack on accident. So there should be 2 stormtroopers left here. Classic mistake. Raving, you're saying it's a good thing that most lists are 8+ units. I totally agree. It's a good thing for Bosk, honestly, because that sort of plays into the strength of the card, right? That's the fuel that you need is your opponent's large army. I don't even want to think about Bosk in a Grand Army game. Bosk with 20 aim tokens seems good. So the blue storms are just going to forgo shooting and move behind this tower here. Now the last unit LJ has to go with is Bosk. I'm curious to see what LJ decides to do with his Bosk, if he will simply run, or if Bosk will just get aggressive and go to the middle. He can't just head in there at full speed because he does have Unhindered. So it looks like he will do that and take a shot. I think he knows that he will get torn up if he leaves Bosk there, so I think he's going to go the other way. How strange. Okay, maybe trying to open up a flank on this side of the board. He is able to see some storms over there. Coming up on the closing activations of round 1 here. And that is not the storm unit I think he meant to shoot. He's going to go ahead and shoot lime green here with his Bosk. And looking for crits and surges. Only 1 crit, so that will do a wound to the lime green guys. So Dash's Storm's taking some damage here this turn from snipers and Bosk. I mean, I'm really curious because I don't really see an obvious Bosk target, but Dash probably sees something I don't, since he is the far more expert at Bosk than I am, since I don't really play Empire. Though, who knows, man, I might have to start. So it looks like a DLT pot shot through the heavy woods. Gets a crit. And TalkPolite will simply save it. And now it looks like Bosk is free to activate with, that should be 11 aims. Moving his giant pile of aim tokens into the middle there. Let's see what you can do, Bosk. That's pretty close. I think 10 aims, it's about 88%, yeah. So it looks like Bosk not moving, just going to add another aim. And he's going for the 5 crit shot against these blue storms. They are the most vulnerable activation on TalkPolite's side of the board. Rolling out here with a single crit. He's going to be re-rolling a bunch of dice here. Might as well count through the aims here. 1, 2, and adding the red back because he knows the red will roll fairly consistently. 3 there. Might not even need 11 here to get 5 crits. 4. This is where it becomes hard, is squeezing the crits out of the last 2 white dice. 5. 6. Coming up hits and not crits. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. Now, Bosk does have Sharpshooter 1 this turn, so that hit will stay. So he might settle for 4 here and not spend every aim. I think that's probably the correct call. Yeah, he'll settle for it. Here comes the save roll, and it's going to be 3 casualties. So taking out a fairly substantial chunk of the teal stormtroopers here in front. That will close out the first round of play here. Going into the second round, we saw many sniper shots here from both sides. Dashz, I think, getting the worst of it. It looks like a rewinding time. Interesting what happened there. Asking the players why they're rewinding time, but I'm not sure if they'll give me an answer just so. They may not be reading the chat, as so happens. kind of just waiting for this round to conclude. I think the players are talking through something I certainly didn't catch. Everything looked pretty standard from where I sat. But okay, looks like command cards are coming out. It's going to be round 2 now. Looks like assault versus lying in wait. So now LJ playing his lying in wait. And Dashz here just going for the assault, trying to lose priority again. Does not lose it, unfortunately. Does get his Bosk an order token. And he'll give it to one of his officers, I'm sure, possibly a sniper as well. Now it looks like both officers getting the order tokens here, and Bosk from this assault that he's played. Kind of feel like Bosk wants to shoot and scoot here. Screwtape joking about the lying in wait being the best command card in the game. I wouldn't say it's the best. I'd say it's ridiculous in certain circumstances. It's very spiky, let's just say that. Kind of like Bosk. Alright, Boss taking the shot here, gonna see if he can remove this DLT. Just needs one surge to do it. One surge or one crits. And he gets, wow, 4 crits naturally. I think that's better than the lying in wait shot, just natties. I think he's gonna wipe the squad here. This is why we can't have nice things as rebels. And gets 4 saves! TalkPolite just roasting on those red dice. It's piercing once to get rid of the DLT. Man. What a lucky guy, this TalkPolite. Pardon my homerism. The boss will just scoot to the left here. And hide himself as best he can from the oncoming Stormtrooper gun line here. And of course now LJ building his lying in wait pile. And I think he is going to try to get this guy out of there. No, actually just going to keep moving on to the KP. Which, you know, seems good. Yeah, Screwtape. Okay, hang on. I gotta say, Screwtape, you gotta talk to me about Z6s when they roll like 1 surge and that's it. Like, come on, really? So the Green Storms moved into the center, took their shot, of course passing through the split up area terrain, granting the Red Boys heavy cover. And they did make their save, but they will be suppressed. Thankfully, Dashz has officers in the tank to peel that suppression. Now this is the challenge, right? Do I go with my officer, strip the Inspire, knowing that my opponent will just suppress me again? Or do I do something different? This is where I think the value of having 2 courage really shines. Because even if you do get shot, you have the chance, with your 2 courage, even if you fail your rally, to shoot back and run. It looks like Dashz is going to head around the corner to threaten LJ's boss here. I think he might have the firepower to actually kill him if he is able to secure some open shots here. Which he might be able to do. Bosk is not close enough to the building, I think, to get cover if he's got a good angle. But he's going to have to be careful here. I feel like if he did move there, he would have an open shot. Well, yeah, I mean, that's white dice, right? Maybe white dice are the problem. We should just ban white dice. Won't get range 3. But he will get open shot. So he might do 2 wounds here. Plus, he has 3 snipers waiting, or 2 snipers waiting to shoot at Bosk as well. Those snipers would get open shots, so I don't think this is bad. I think he does have the firepower to kill Bosk off and possibly force this lying in wait turn to go short. DLT into Bosk, 2 hits. It is in the open. Bosk, no saves. So 2 out of 7 on Bosk here. Neither Bosk carrying emergency stems. So all it takes is 7 wounds. And the snipers on LJ's side have these red stormtroopers just dead to rights in that light cover. Those red guys are going to be hurting pretty bad here in just a second. They are suppressed, though. So they will still have heavy from that position. The black sniper, unfortunately, is going to have a hard time seeing. I think it could see one unit in that group. Looks like LJ's decided to go with the brown ones. Aim and shoot. And he gets a crit to lead off here. And completes a hit, but only 1 trooper will die, since they were already suppressed. So now it will be up to the officers to do their work, pulling some suppression off of yellow here. I gotta say, Dash's core are looking a little bit damaged here. He has taken a few more stormtrooper wounds across his squads, but LJ is in danger of losing Teal. So officer here from Dashz, inspiring yellow and giving a name token to pink here. So pink could move and shoot with a name token. Meanwhile, LJ continues to solidify his position on the central point here. Moving his gray stormtroopers up towards the KP. Looks like he will be able to... Oh man, it's like out by a millimeter. That's touching, I believe, but I think it might be overlapping the base of green. Just slightly, but I think Dashz is going to let him do it. Yep, so there's another unit on the KP now. I mean, for LJ, I think the priority here is just bury all of his storms in heavy cover. Another crit on DLT is coming here for LJ, and Dashz again missing a save. Another wound being dealt to the red squad. So, Raven Gear asks, what's the thought behind the double generic officers on Dash's side of the board? The thought here is that you get another Acti, and you get another point of Inspire. And you still get Spotter 2, because each one has Spotter, so you don't really give that up. You also have 2 Courage bubbles to play Disarray with, if you really need to. And looks like a Hunter Sniper here taking an aim at Bosk. I did forget to mention that all of Dash's snipers have Hunters. This is going to be a double-aimed sniper shot into Bosk for the double hit here. Now Bosk isn't heavy because he's suppressed through these light woods. So it will just be a wound going through. So Bosk on 3 wounds now. He is enraged. So no more suppressions for Bosk unless he regenerates back past this threshold. And I think this has made LJ concerned now. LJ trying to figure out what is left for his Bosk. I think he knows he needs to get the heck out of there. Unless he's going towards them? I'm not sure what the intention behind this move is. Trying to get around a corner to look at blue? Okay, he might just settle for shoot and move here. He's going to shoot with 4 aims here off his Bosk. So Dashz successfully mitigating the Lang and Wait turn. Just 1 crit there. But Bosk does have 4 aim tokens. Let's see what he can create out of these aim tokens. Nothing there. Keep in mind he does have Sharpshooter 1. Double crit convert off that aim token. Man. So 3 crits. Not bad for like 4 aim tokens. And he'll take a couple wounds there. And Bosk will duck behind the building now and regenerate. And regenerating 0, unfortunately, for TalkPolite. I wonder if he's moved into Bosk's range here. I wonder if, I don't know, I wonder if he would try it, that his Dashz would try a Reptilian Rampage double tap. See if he could kill Bosk here. What about the Garn Gun? The Garn Gun's good, no doubt. I don't find it terribly reliable. I don't know, man. Some people seem to have interesting bouts of luck. The unfortunate part of this, I think, for Dashz here is that if status quo maintains, LJ wins just because of where the KP is. Red only rallying once. Sorry for the shoddy camera work. They're going to go into hiding against this wall here. That should protect them somewhat from the snipers of TalkPolite here. Veer's activating now for TalkPolite with a few core units in the tank, so decent timing for Veers to come out of the order token stack and pulling a suppression off of Teal so they don't risk panicking. So Dashz moving to open up a flank here, like we mentioned a round ago or so. But of course, with LJ being in the woods, he'll get heavy cover from every direction. Looks like they do have a shot on green here. They just need to get one wound to finish off that activation and put Dashz ahead on points. He will get a hit through. Let's see if the save holds. That is a no, so TalkPolite will lose that activation. So the first activation off the board, the number 6 Stormtroopers and Teal bases for our blue player TalkPolite. Pulling a spec and improvised orders for the other core is TalkPolite here. Now that is something that the double officer did have to give up. He did give up improvised orders in order to run the double officer, or red player had to. Raven Gear asking, will the spoiled Clone Wars units come to TTS? I'm sure they will. It's going to take a while. I don't think they'll be around for this league, but I think they will be around later on. I think the best thing to do to make that happen is to give Tyrion money. Like, give him some Patreon money. Tyrion, of course, the creator of the TTS Legion mod. Looks like TalkPolite moving to punish Dash's aggression here, shooting back into the heavy cover with a full squad, and the aim token from Veers getting 5 hits on the rollout. Aim not converting anything, so 3 saves for Dash and failing 2. That DLT is gone from Dash's squad here. So TalkPolite just looking to equalize and nearly getting there. So both sides here now attempting to whittle down weakened core units, and orange looks like the next target for Dasher. Double crit off the sniper. Very nice for Dash here. It looks like he can see the base of that stormtrooper there. We're debating whether that would have killed the DLT if this blue storm here wasn't visible. But if he does get... Oh, he didn't roll the save? Interesting. Okay, the DLT is destroyed. So very good for Dash there, getting rid of that DLT. In the orange squad, so TalkPolite now down 2 DLTs to Dash's 1. DLT destroyed. So that orange squad is gutted from a brutal sniper shot, a double crit off of the orange sniper here, number 12, on Dash's side of the board. And now TalkPolite's Officer Storms are going to get a chance to respond here. Looks like they're heading back around the corner. Is this game going to be a game where one player moves on to the KP too soon, and got ground down by his opponent all the way to the end? Now, that is a curious thing. You notice here, TalkPolite's units are all balled up, and I think, man, I feel like Dioxis could become a thing. KP is definitely one of those game types where Dioxis becomes very strong. And LJ certainly has balled up all of his units, and a strong Dioxis charge would just be mint in this situation. It'd be really good. Of course, you'd have to make sure that Bosk did not get bountied in the process. That's the danger here. Neither side wants to give up bounty for any reason. KP, very low scoring game, a game where bounty really makes a difference. Another officer here going for Dash, going to go ahead and drop aims on the number 4 stormtroopers here. And just dodge. His officer's just holding position. not giving themselves up. Officers are, of course, very fragile. They only have white saves and only 4 health, so they are basically like worse Leias, I guess, in terms of their defensive stats, just because they have 2 less health. I mean, you're not wrong, Nerfly. Hashtag just roll crits. I mean, and I totally agree with the Nerfly Docs. This could be ridiculously good against LJ right here. So that will be a whiff there from that sniper, not getting enough hits to pierce the cover of Pink. But denying an action to Pink, still good. A double rally from Green here, giving them some new life. So the dice swinging back Dash's way a little bit here. A double crit from a sniper, a double rally from this stormtrooper. Some clutch things going on here for Dash. Getting on the other side of this barricade. On the other side of this guard tower, excuse me. Coming up to the barricade of cargo crates. And not quite having anything in 3 just yet. He may have an out of cover on those purple storms that have already activated. It looks like he will, so he'll get a DLT shot potentially into them. Maybe yes. And there it is. And there's the crit. So 1 going through cover. And it's saved. So the overall board state here, we've got TalkPolite's main army just massed into the center, marching in like just a regiment here. His 3 snipers covering the flank here, trying to prevent Dash's advance. They've effectively split Dash's army in half. Nothing really wants to inhabit that lane that they're occupying. Dash, in the meantime, though, seems like he's got a reasonable position here. He's got a chance to go last with some stormtroopers here and do some damage to TalkPolite's forces here. But he's got to shift TalkPolite's army off the center point if he has any hope of winning here. So this sniper clamors, actually, to get an angle on one of Dash's snipers, and will it connect? It will not. So TalkPolite making the plays here, risking death by clamoring with no grappling hook. Trying to make a play here, make something happen. Now to the question of the pink stormtroopers. It's one of Dash's only healthy stormtrooper squads left. And they did fail their rally roll. Now they have an aim, so they do want to shoot. They don't want to waste the aim if they can't, but maybe he feels like he needs to just move into safety and not bother shooting. I have a feeling that he's deciding to do that. Did pass the aim, but that ultimately comes to nothing here. Out of orange, the squad that lost their DLT earlier in the round. Not able to actually shoot anything. Now without their environmental gear, they're having an awkward time getting into the woods, so they're just going to go ahead, I think, and hide behind this guard tower. The guard tower to the east of the KP from TalkPolite's view. So by the rules, Dashz is ahead on points, but I would say definitely behind positionally. He doesn't have anything threatening the middle. We're going to be heading into round 3. The game's almost halfway over. And TalkPolite is just fortressing up on the middle. And it's starting to look more and more like Dioxis is the way home here. Sniper getting an open shot on purple. Or actually, no longer open because of the suppression. But does connect with the second hit. So it will kill a Stormtrooper. Originally said it was light cover, but it did have suppression when it started the round, so it did turn into heavy cover thanks to the suppression, but the sniper did get the second hit. And the sniper did take out one Stormtrooper from purple. Not able to get range 3 with his DLT storms. This medical squad here. Still one charge left in the medic, probably saving it for snipers. Not sure if you'd want to spend it on your regular Storm Boy. Probably looking for, resurrecting DLTs. It's usually good to resurrect high point value models with your medics, just to get the most value out of them. Looks like they will just move to touch Dash's own key position here. So settling just for Stormtrooper fire with the DLT is just adding more suppression to the mix here. But I don't think it's going to stick just because of the presence of Veers and this officer upgrade. That is the end of round 2. Heading into round 3, Dashz is immediately pulling his command card here. Knowing what he has to do, I think. Some suppressions coming off for Dashz here. That were not originally pulled by the... I guess they were checking for hostile here. Hostile really is the thing. So it's Reptilian Rampage versus Maximum Firepower. Dashz targeting that unit leader, especially because it's not touching any terrain, so that unit leader will not remove any suppression. Veers holding on to max firepower. Probably going to drop it on one of these Stormtroopers if he can. It'll just be an order on Veers versus just an order on Bosk here. And really, that's dangerous, especially when your opponent has improvised orders, because they have that slight edge of order pool control over you. Looks like Dashz asking for a range check, or perhaps TalkPolite doing a range check as well. Just trying to see what he has. And speaking of improv, TalkPolite improving for a sniper here. I'm going to take a shot. Another shot here at orange. Just aim shooting, and it will stick. It will kill that sniper. And I don't think any units in number 4 are going to be in range to medicate that sniper back. Unless he spends an action to reco here, and that could be costly because they are stuck in some light woods. And all these snipers remaining are looking at those light woods. So that medic DLT squad might get shredded here if they stay still. Dashz may just give up healing that sniper. Looks like Dashz answered back with a crit here that's going to kill. Well, what happened there? I'm not sure what happened there. I missed that. It's unfortunate. But I saw something getting removed there. No, I think I was just mistaken. Okay, it looked like Dash's sniper did hit back with a crit on someone. Probably one of the purple stormtroopers. Yeah, that will do it. So TalkPolite is going to continue to fortify his position on this KP, and I don't know what Dashz is going to do to sort of unseat him. And just keep grinding away, I guess. See if you can win the attrition war. Bosk is set up for Reptilian here. It could be Reptilian into ambush to collect a bounty. That is a possibility here for Dashz. And these officer storms can only see that unit leader. Oh, brutal. 4 crits out of that officer, but it's only going to cause 1 wound. And it will cause a wound. Oh, actually, no, never mind. It'll cause... Yeah, it'll just cause 1 wound, and those storms could see... Oh, no, it will cause 2 wounds. Ouch. Oh, yeah, because he could see 2 guys. Oof. So, brutal shot from those officer storms, just making the plays here, getting the 4 crits done. And wrecking on number 6 here. So Dashz continuing to put pressure on purple here. Let's see if he can connect with a second hit. He will not be able to, unfortunately. That is going to be another suppression on purple here. They have a risk of panicking. A small risk, but it's there. Veers, of course, could activate now and strip that suppression. Now it looks like Veers is going to go ahead and do the maximum firepower turn. So, inspired, moved, and spotted. And he's going to drop the hammer on green here and see if he can wipe that activation out. I just have a feeling. It was MF and Reptilian. Not looking so hot for Veers in the initial rollout here. He does have an aim token. There we go. 4 hits, going down to 3. And Dashz saves none of it, so that activation is going out the window. So the 2 of them are now tied up on points. TalkPolite getting a bomb going here and equalizing with that maximum firepower turn. Oh, screw tape. Yeah, but the thing is, the ceiling is a lot lower. And maximum firepower is less likely to generate paint that ignores cover. That's the difference. I mean, possibly nerfly. It looks like these DLTs will not heal the medic. Or not heal the sniper, I should say. They're just going to go for the damage. They're going to go for purple. Dashz feeling a little bit of pressure here now to do some damage, and he's just going for it. only rolling out 3 there. So neutralized mostly by the cover. But TalkPolite does fail a save, so another wound going through onto purple. Fishing a little bit, maybe for the panic. But at this point, I think panic would just be icing on the cake here. Maybe we can finish off purple with a Reptilian Rampage double tap. Certainly possible. But they've moved into the open now against these snipers. The snipers are just going to try to gun them down. Dashz losing 2 storms to snipers there. Both sides looking pretty torn up at this point. It looks like Dashz pulling his orange sniper here. Does not want to give that up if he can possibly help it. They fail the rally, but that's okay. They want the suppression. He's going to go ahead and move them laterally so they get shots on mid without showing themselves to TalkPolite's sniper farm here. But he's got to be careful about this elevation, although that elevated sniper is not going to be able to see through the building there. Here, Dashz might have a shot on purple. Actually, I think he does have a shot on purple. He's going to go for the DLT in the purple squad. Yeah, I totally agree with you, Nerfly. LJ snipers are the MVPs this game. They have been doing so much work. And just suppression, but that is going to be a 5th suppression on purple. Now the danger of panic is very real for purple here. I gotta say though, LJ Stars have been rolling rocks. They've been getting 4 and 5 hit rollouts without aims. And a double save from Dashz, clutch to keep the damage off of him. Every save is necessary at this point because this game is definitely going down to the wire attrition-wise. But I gotta say, I think we might see a really good Dioxis charge here from Dashz. And that could seal the deal. I mean, both players have the potential to do some pretty cool Dioxis moves. Dashz has balled up his army as well into one location. Oh, move and shoot. He's just piling the suppression on purple. He's trying to force this panic out. Does have range 3. Is going to get the shot. We'll get the suppression at least. And now Bosk is up for LJ. Will Boss just corner peek and try to snipe yellow down? Oh, he's gonna go to try to do it from the other side here to maintain range. He will have range on yellow. He's gonna go for it. I think he's gonna try to pick this Acti. Alright, sorry everybody, I'm back. Just dealing with something off stream. My question is, how are Dash's officers going to move in here and do something? Because right now they're kind of isolated on their own, not really influencing much. Other than dropping Inspires. And these medic storms are just getting pounded. That is an expensive activation to lose. They're just getting destroyed by LJ's army. Another 4-hit rollout from LJ here. And it's going to be backed up by an aim. For 6 total. So 4 saves on Dash's end. Failing 3, he's going to lose the medic and the DLT out of that squad. Things are suddenly looking a little bit darker for Dash here, having taken that kind of damage. Losing both a DLT to Bosk and losing a medic and a DLT. A medic dying expended, thankfully. Definitely not muted, I was just dealing with something off camera. No need to break out the alcohol. No need to day drink on my behalf, please, audience. Yeah, I think this is going to come down to munitions. Too late, already took a drink. Nice. Bosk with a double regen. Or no, that's not a double regen, that's a double save off a DLT? What? Oh, wow. So, I mean, the dice are just saying no at this point. Some really good stuff here going on. Is that 6 rally now? Let's see if he rolls as well in this rally roll for purple. Oh my good lord! 5 paint on 6 white dice. So no panic, indeed. 4 blocks and a 5th surge there. No panic. Going down from 6 suppression to 1 suppression. Yeah, that was, yeah, wow. I just looked at the chat. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I mean sometimes the beat just goes your way, man. Like LJ, of course, hiding his only half-killed activations. So LJ looking a lot stronger here, suddenly. But there's still the question of the Bosk Dioxys charge. Bosk is still full health. So Bosk may still be able to clutch this game out. But it's gonna depend on how much damage Dioxys can do. A lot of these squads in the middle there for LJ are still healthy. He's got at least 3 Stormtrooper squads with more than 4 wounds available. So Dioxys can do 2 wounds plus poison, so that'll be 3 to each. But heck, even Dioxys might not be enough if you don't have any core units to follow through. And that is another activation getting cleaned up there by that sniper. Man, LJ snipers are total MVPs this game. They have been roasting core units to try to go across this gap. So Pink is the first unit from Dash's side to enter these woods. And they've separated the terrain pieces here in the tweak to this map to make sure that units in the woods could gain cover from each other. So this is a heavy cover on heavy cover situation. Here comes Bosk. Bosk inbound. Looks like a double move. Don't think he needs to double. He's going to double move to try to do the Dioxys first, I think. Takes a wound for the second move, and then I think he'll attack here. Or he may just double tap instead. I think he knows that double tapping might be the better play here, just to put more suppressions on. Because if he can double tap and then suppress again for 3 suppressions on each one of these units. So he's going for. Is he going for your number 3, the officer? Yeah, he's going for the officer. So this is the first tap from Reptilian. Coming up with a single crit there will pierce and suppress. Moving a second time here. So this is going to be a pretty big Dioxys next turn. Here we go, boys. Boss halfway through the bombing run now. He wants to kill purple completely if he can. Manually going through the hostile environment, suppression clearing as they end the third round here. Heading into round 4. Possibly going to see double Merciless here. Okay, Merciless into Reptilian. So Bosk hitting up his own Reptilian. Bosk will probably try to counter this play from Dashz by going for the bounty token here. Making the plays here is Dashz. That Deoxys Bomb is going to hit just about everything on that KP. I believe that dice roll was Bosk picking up a regenerate that he missed last round. This is just a shot from Bosk to start the turn that will kill one storm there. Then he's going to toss Dioxys and move, I'm pretty sure here. And there it goes. Bosk will go ahead and dive into the heavy woods over here. Unfortunately doing so in front of LJ's whole army, but let's see how much damage this Deoxys charge does. There might not be much of an army left after this thing goes off. LJ's medics have been fully expended, so all the poison tokens generated here will go through. LJ is definitely ahead, Zach. But Dioxys did get thrown. And we're going to see just exactly how much damage Dioxys will be able to do to LJ's army here. So Dioxys immediately claiming a DLT there out of purple. Some good Dioxys rolls here, getting double hits. But double save from LJ there, but Poison cannot be saved against. Single there. Looks like another single. But that one will not be saved there, so 50-50 it looks like. So all four squads receiving poison, getting suppressed. Dioxys not doing a lot in the initial layout of damage here. Bosk not regenerating one wound there. But a lot of suppression getting generated. Now I feel like Bosk is just gonna get gunned down here by the remaining troops. Dioxys not doing as much as Dashz might have hoped there. Boss is going to answer back with a Reptilian. He is just going for core units. He doesn't care. Continue pressing at his advantage. That actually will not do it because it's 2 hits. So that heavy cover just blocking that shot from Bosk there. Second attack into red here. Much more successful, 3 crits that time. Very swingy Bosk shots here. And that will be a whole unit destroyed. Making no save. And things are starting to look pretty dire for Dashz here. Bosk will take the wound to move and regenerate double. So Pink Storm's here now responding by aim shooting this red officer, trying to get it down far enough that it is killed by poison. 1 crit, and they do have an aim token. Now it is heavy cover into heavy cover here. He's rerolling all 3, just going crit fishing. Gets a second crit, not bad there. And LJ's dice do come up full yet again, so no damage going through. So Officer Storm's now shooting at Bosk. There'll be 2 hits after cover, Bosk making no save. Bosk only has 6 health remaining, and now down to 4 remaining, and Bosk is enraged. With an enraged Bosk, it really doesn't matter initially, just because of the heavy cover, but Bosk does gain charge, and Bosk is not slowed by these woods. So a melee boss could be a thing here. He is close enough to charge next turn, if he does survive. Green shooting Bosk now. Looks like 3 hits after cover. So almost enough to kill Bosk here. Bosk does make a save, however. So Bosk will go down to 2 wounds left. And LJ has enough in the tank, I think, to net a kill here. Bosk not the tankiest of characters by any stretch. 6-up save melts quickly, even if you have a decent health pool. Double aimed sniper here, looking to end the existence of this purple squad here. Getting a double crit, so that may just kill them. And it will do so, so purple is going down. Some poison wounds are going through here, thinning out what's left of LJ's army, but who knows if it will be enough. Dashz does have all 3 snipers still active. He does have 2 storm units with their DLTs remaining and a Bosk that is heavily wounded. But we'll see if Bosk survives this turn. I don't think he will, just because there's so much heat. And of course we have Veers here now with his crit gun pressuring mid. Next to his friends. That is going to be 2 through on Bosk. It may kill him. No. Well, yes, it will, actually. Because that's going to pierce that 1 save Bosk makes. So there goes Bosk. Bounty not claimed, of course, but I don't know if it matters at this point. Only 2 core units left on the table with DLTs. We have 1 lone stormtrooper there. Dashz is being ground down into powder here by LJ's army. So the last remaining stormtrooper shooting across the heavy woods here. Casualties still being taken from poison. Getting very little play there. Let's see if the aim converts. The aim will convert 1 more. So there will be a hit there, a crit going through cover there into Dash's side of the board. They will save it, fortunately for him. The poison moon goes off, killing another Grey Storm. But in the overall balance of things, I don't know how Dashz is going to take this one down. Let's see, there's 3 unit leaders apart from Bosk and Veers versus 2 unit leaders left for Dashz. I think he needs to start moving with these officers, getting them into the battle. They need to start going forward to the KP. And just needs to just rush them up there, double moving. If he can somehow just get more unit leaders on mid, he'll win, but I don't see how that's possible unless he wipes out activations. Officers are getting in gear here and moving up. Alright, I'm back. Had to go off mic for a second there. So Dashz is moving his sniper up, but it's getting picked off by something on LJ's side of the board. I'm not sure what exactly hit it. Possibly one of LJ's snipers, I think, did hit that one. Shooting a cross map there on the elevation, able to cover both lanes from that position. One, two, 3 leaders on the KP for LJ. 2 in range, possibly 3 in range. But LJ just moving out and trying to do as much damage as possible to Dashz to keep him from swarming mid, and I think he's going to be able to do that. Unfortunately, double moving these snipers up leaves them exposed to that black sniper just on top of the cliff there. This one does have its spotter still left, so there is some, at least a tiny bit of safety there, but it's just not, I just don't know if it's going to work. LJ continuing to hammer away, getting another double hit, and killing off a Storm in the pink squad there. So this is still the end of round 4, coming up on the end of round 4 here. The last activation of the turn does belong to Dashz, and I believe that is a destroyed trooper unit that he pulled, so I think that will end the round. Going into round 5 here. Whoops. Sorry about that, folks. Had a little bit of a glitch with my Streamlabs there. My apologies for that little blip there. But now Boss running forward, looks like he's going to try to finish off another activation of Dashz, just running up there, shooting at yellow. Going to try to end his career. I think with that... Oh, this is a Dioxys actually from... This is a Dioxys from Boss here. And that Dioxys is going to hit multiple of Dash's units here. Bosk will duck back onto the point with his maneuver. And this is just going to be a brutal Dioxys turn here. So yellow immediately destroyed by Dioxys. And pink and blue, a double miss there from the Dioxys. Not bad for Dashz there. Double save there by pink. So Dioxys kind of whiffing on the actual dice there for LJ, but the poison still applies. And every wound counts for Dashz here. I just don't I don't see a way out. I don't think you can actually get enough leaders on the KP to take this one down. And that is going to be the end of the game. Dashz does concede there, so TalkPolite going to take it down for the admin Menace, going up 1-0 against the 5th Trooper. And with that, we're going to bring our stream to a close. Thanks to everybody for watching. Thanks to our sponsors, Dan Wolf Games, Team Relentless, 5th Trooper, Notorious Scoundrels, and of course the Legion Tournament Circuit. I got a packed stream schedule this weekend, so make sure you check out the Discord and all the channels in the Discord for times and channels. Got plenty more league action to come your way, so we will see you all later. Thanks guys for watching.